Hello, welcome to episode 13, and Happy New Year. I found out that the way for me to sound better with the microphone is to keep it a moderate distance away from my face, away from my mouth, and for me to be behind the camera rather than in front of it. And also, I have to learn to speak clearer and louder. But anyways, here we have this plant here. It used to be in a pot, that's why the roots are so small. But it was taken out for a while by my mom, who was going to put it in the ground, and then she never actually got around to putting it in the ground. So it's been sitting very sad like this for a while. But it's starting to grow new leaves here, so at least it's still alive. It's called a pencil cactus, and in this video I'm going to put it in the ground right here, where it gets shade and sprinkler water almost every day. But also, I'm going to record this on one shot. It might be cut, but it's one shot. Over here is the sweet potato plant. I bought bone meal and blood meal fertilizer to put around it because that gives it nitrogen and phosphorus that it needs for its leaves and roots. But those horrible dogs, I mean, they're not horrible, I love them, but those dogs keep eating it. They keep digging in the soil to dig up the fertilizer and eat it. So I can't use that. I also put some around this bean plant at the base of it, and Ruby dug up and ate all of it. So yeah. It's also bad for their digestive systems, so maybe they'll learn to not eat it. And the next thing, I don't know if I put this in my previous video, but there's this great watering can that I got for Christmas, and I put it right here. Whenever it rains, a lot of water comes down here. This, I'll have to prepare to put the dirt on here soon, because the seedlings I'm going to plant here will be ready in just a few weeks. There's all the dirt under there that I was going to use. I covered it so it doesn't get weeds. And I found out that this seedling here is a sunflower seed. So I put this stick here to help it grow straight up, and I hope it manages to grow tall and produce a flower. And so I'm going to go over a short update before I get over to digging a hole and putting it in the ground and giving it fertilizer, because I can give the bone meal and blood meal fertilizer to the plant if I put it deep in the ground where the dogs can't get to it. So the idea is to dig a hole, put fertilizer at the bottom, then put this plant on top of it, then put dirt on top of that, and the dogs can't get to it without digging up the plant, which they would never do just to get some fertilizer made of bones and blood that might taste good. Okay, so here's the pencil cactus, and here's a bag of bone meal that I'm going to give it as fertilizer once I make the hole. And it's white like bones, and I think it smells like dog food, but it's not dog food. Even though the dogs like to eat it, which they shouldn't be doing. But I'm going to make a hole right here where the tip of the shovel is, and then I'll put the plant in it and cover it back up. Wait, first I have to put compost, and I'll put compost and bone meal in the hole. Then I'll cover it back up with compost and regular dirt. Okay, so now the transplanting of the pencil cactus is finally done. You can see up here it started growing more leaves, like before it was even put in dirt or anything. I think it was just turning the nutrients somewhere else in its body. I mean, it has a big body that has no leaves on it. The stems are just green. It's growing more branches and leaves here. And if you look at the top, you can see how many branches it has. And I put a couple of rocks at the bottom of it to help make sure that it doesn't fall over. And then that's all. Well, actually there's another big thing. I put up this plastic fence net thing here to stop my dogs from getting in this corner of the garden. But I had to leave it open here so I can walk in. But they know not to enter. Maybe I'll get another bit of fence. My plan was to get another post that I'll put here so I can get another bit of fence net stuff and put it here, and then like take it off whenever I need to come through, so it's like a gate, but cheap.